I'd love to also hear a bit more about the Love at Scale project. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we had one of my employees, Beth. She had a friend who was a school teacher in one of the schools that is in the provinces nearby. It's about 2 hours from our main offices in Dumaguete in the Philippines. So up in the mountains, there's a little school. There's 250 students there. It's a place called Kangatap, and there was like I said, a connection through one of our staff, and a teacher reached out, asked for some support. The schools in the Philippines, particularly those in regional province areas, they really are very underfunded, um, to a point where like even basic things like paper, pencils, and like internet, that most schools don't have internet connection. Many don't have computers, um, and just basic learning materials. Even like one of the teachers last time I visited, she was nervous to ask me to photocopy some readers for the kids, um, which was like $50 or something like that. And it's just like, it breaks your heart to think that, our children can have such a privilege in the UK where you are, in Australia where
Mm,
I am. You know, we as a parent, we never have to think about, um, we never have to make a decision around feeding our child or sending them to school. But many of the parents in these in these province areas, they can't afford to do both. So it's oftentimes the kids won't even finish primary school, or
mm,
many don't finish high school. Hardly any go to college in these province areas. So basically, we just help support that school. So we set aside some funds every year, and they basically tell us what they would like help with. So we've done stuff like set up a computer room for them, just small things like buying raincoats and boots for the children, things like that. Many of them will walk kilometers to school every day, and they end up at school, soaking wet, and then they sit all day wet, and they get sick, and so then they can't go to school. So, basically whatever they need. I think the next project they're asking us for help building a fence around the school because it gets vandalized sometimes and things like that. So, yeah, we just basically support these 250 students, and it's been really great. I think it's been 7 years we've been working with that particular school.